This computer. That's my favorite voice. Very well. Welcome everyone.
Okay.
Okay. 30 seconds, then we go live, then we see who is there. I will have it on speaker view if this is okay for everyone. So it's only being seen the ones who speak.
Yep.
Yeah, Darren. Okay. Because I'm not sure if I put it on gallery view, then we see Levy and Levy's thing. Is it?
Anyways, it doesn't matter because you see who's speaking. No, it doesn't change. Try
Okay.
speaker.
Oops. Speaker
Hello?
view.
No.
Hello.
One, two,
Hello.
one, two.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, let's go for it. And we see, huh?
Okay, let's start the
Webinar is now brought.
Let's start the broadcast. Let's welcome everyone. And I see the first attendees are coming in.
Yeah.
I want to say welcome everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are. Great to see you here virtually on our webinar about vegetarian and vegan cuisine, lifestyle, diet, study programs. Let's see. While everyone is joining, I would like to introduce two wonderful colleagues I have with me today. And let's start off Alain Müller, Program Manager at the Culinary Arts Academy. Alain, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful day. And yeah, happy to be here and happy to explain you and talk about our new vegetarian program.
Great, fantastic. Alain, thank you for being with us this wonderful afternoon. Another great colleague of mine who is joining us today for the webinar is chef instructor Darren Burke, chef instructor at the Culinary Arts Academy, and also one of the chefs who will teach that beautiful new program at the campus in Bouveret. Darren, how are you doing today?
Yeah, fantastic. Looking forward to introducing the new course and hopefully answering some questions that anyone has. But really well, thank you.
All right. I'm just inviting everyone, say hi in the chat and let us know from where you come from today so that we see who is there. We have already 14 guests. I see a few familiar names. I want to say good evening to Korea, to Alex, if you can hear me. Great to see you. And again, just type in the chat, just say hi and let us know where you come from. Hi from Vietnam, or hi from Sweden, or wherever. Hi from Brazil, that is great. Alain, this webinar today, what do you think about? What do you think about the topic, vegetarian lifestyle, vegetarian diet? What's your take on it?
Hey, that's the future. I mean, you know, we thought greatly before launching this, but as you see what's happening in the food industry today and the different trends which are taking place, I think it's about time we actually launch this program and get it going, because I'm sure that, I mean, with all the future considerations, and when you look a little bit what's happening with this virus, coronavirus, which is happening, we've got to start thinking a little more about the way we do things and how changes to our, you know, usual methods of working and of eating. Well, we've got to adapt this. It needs a big adaptation. And I think now in this time and day and age, it's a perfect time to launch this program and to, you know, start promoting this program.
All right. Well, that's an interesting, and I think you're right. This day and age, it is the right moment. It is a trend. We see that more and more. In the meantime, we are welcoming guests from Russia, from Brazil, from Sweden, from Lebanon. Hi, Jimmy. Fantastic to see really that like a global audience, which we like and we always welcome. While we are waiting and letting more guests joining us, Darren, I want to ask you, Darren. Darren is not a typical Swiss name. Darren, where are you from, if I may ask?
No, it's not a typical Swiss name. No, I'm from UK. I was born in Scotland, but grew up all over. I moved to the north of England, and then I've been living in Switzerland for 8 years. So moved all over. I have a bit of an international career. I've been in Switzerland for 8 years. I worked in Morocco for a year before that. I've spent some time in India, and then also a few Michelin star restaurants in the UK as well.
All right, that is interesting. So I think, let me speculate. We only see you half. So below, you're wearing the Scottish. You're wearing a kilt.
Wearing the kilt. Yeah, you have to enroll to find out, I think.
All right. So I really look forward to that to the program. When you're in the kitchen, you will see Chef Darren with the chef's white and the kilt. And let's find out if he wears it the traditional way or not. But it's great to see it. Darren from the UK, from Scotland. I myself, born and raised in Germany. I'm actually saying good evening from Singapore because I'm based in Singapore. But Alain, I remember you are not from Switzerland originally as well, isn't it?
Well, originally, yes, because I was actually born in Switzerland, yeah. But having a Swiss father, Canadian mother, French Canadian, I grew up in Montreal. So basically, my childhood, my schooling, I did in Montreal. When I was 21, I came back to Switzerland for a year. Problem is, I never left and went back to Canada, so I'm still here in Switzerland. And in the culinary field for many years, since I've been I think 7, 8 years old. I've been cooking, so I mean, it's my passion. It's what I enjoy, and always new challenges.
All right, that is interesting. So we have kind of an international panel today as well with the three of us, and I see our guests are also very international. Hi from Brazil, hi from Honduras. Fantastic to see. I want to welcome again everyone to this webinar. Feel free, say hi in the chat, say hi where you come from. Later onwards, when we start with the presentation in 3 or 4 minutes, if you have questions, you see a little Q&A button on the bottom of your screen. You can type your questions in the Q&A field, in the question and answer field. We are very fortunate. We have some great colleagues today with us on that webinar from our recruitment division. They are on the Q&A chat. They can answer your questions throughout our presentation while Alain, Darren, and myself introduce the school and the program to you. And of course, later on at the end, we have a Q&A session where you can just type your questions in the Q&A in the chat and we will answer it live. But throughout, our colleagues from the recruitment side, they are live with us today and just ask away your questions. Hi from Mexico, hi from Indonesia. That is really across time zones. It's either very early or kind of late. It's really great to see. Alain, can we remember we had you and me did a webinar last week together. We had quite an audience as well.
We had a great international audience. Yeah, I think we went up to about 80 participants, which were from all around the world. Yes, yes. It's always great to have so many nationalities and a variety of people. I mean, that's great. And that's what we do here. I mean, at the school, we're looking at an international school, roughly 300 students on campus, and always between 50 to 65 different nationalities. So that's what we love, this international mix.
You're absolutely right. It's a great atmosphere on campus every time I'm there. It's a nice place to be. You see people from all over the world, studying with each other, living with each other. It's a great exchange. It is really something. Not only the program itself you will learn through social interaction. And why, on welcome weekend, you come on the campus for the first time, all of a sudden you have 60, 70, 80 new friends from all over the world. And I think that's also a great part of studying in Switzerland, of studying at the Culinary Arts Academy. Don't you think, Alain?
I mean, it's true, exactly what you say. And think, these students are living on campus. Therefore, they're creating already their network for the future. Living whatever time you spend on campus with friends, meeting all these different nationalities, well, you're actually weaving your network for your future and a worldwide network. So it's a great opportunity.
That is absolutely right. Hi from Berlin. Hallo, guten Tag nach Berlin. Hi from Montreal, of course. Hi, Aline. Always great to have you with us. Hi, Diane from Brazil. We developed quite a fan base, I think. Those are people following us. Hi to Kazakhstan, to Brussels. Absolutely great to see. Hi from Sweden. Hi, Anna from Sweden. Great to have you with us. And we are still having people coming on, but my Swiss watch says 3:30, 3:31. Hi from Kenya. Absolutely great. So I would say, Alan, Darren, we will start with the webinar. Fantastic. And we start by doing, as usual, a very technical operation and trying to share the screen with everyone and trying to start the slideshow. Alan, could you just give thumbs up if you can see my screen? That is a thumbs up. Fantastic, very well. Again, everybody raised their hand. That is great. Thank you so much, guys. I want to welcome you again to this webinar. As I said, we will have a presentation well, about the Culinary Arts Academy, but of course about vegetarian and vegan lifestyle and study program as well. Again, at the beginning, if you have questions, feel free, type it in the Q&A box. Our colleagues from the recruitment division are there. They will answer your question right away if possible. If not, I will pass it on to the chefs later on at the Q&A session. Let's get started. Welcome again to our webinar about vegetarian culinary arts, plant-based cuisine, vegan lifestyles. And welcome to the Culinary Arts Academy Switzerland, your recipe to success. And I just want to start off with BAM, a number, 60%. 60%, that is the number of all global death, of all people dying around the globe, around the world, due to chronic diseases or conditions like type 2 diabetes, obesity, certain types of cancer, and all those deaths can be related to diets. Studies have shown that the diet we are following now in our industrialized world causes, well, most of death. 60% of all deaths worldwide are caused by the way we eat, by the way what we eat. And I think, wow, that's a bit of a scary number. Let's keep on continuing. Fun facts. Did you know 76% of all vegetarians, people who are following a vegetarian diet or lifestyle, are not happy with the choice available to them in fast food restaurants, and I believe also in other restaurants as well. That shows you that there is a huge potential, that there's a huge demand of people following a vegetarian diet or lifestyle, and they don't get enough choices or choices at all. So there's time for change. There needs to be something done. According to researchers from Oxford, all the meat, dairy, egg, and fish production farming uses 83% of the whole farmland in the whole world, but it only provides 18% of the world's calories. So huge use of resources with, well, minimal or small outcome, which I think, again, time for change. Fun fact, did you know Indians make up more than 70% of the world's vegetarian population? But again, I think that might change because more and more people in other countries and other parts of the world adopt such a lifestyle as well. And then that is always a great feature, famous vegetarians. So things are always better, or we like things more if famous people also like them. So who are famous vegetarians? Brad Pitt, Albert Einstein was a vegetarian. Henry Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger, by now I believe is a vegetarian. Sinead O'Connor, Leonardo da Vinci. So great names, fantastic people, and maybe that has something to do, well, with the diet, with the way they eat. Let's find out. But I want to introduce you to that whole webinar, to the whole topic, by showing a video from a guest chef we recently had over at the campus of the Culinary Arts Academy, and who is practicing a very distinguished, a very special form of vegetarian traditional cuisine. So let's have a look for Japanese chef Toshio Tanahashi. All right, I think that that shouldn't happen. I think my computer just crashed. Alain, can you take over for a while?
While Christian starts or tries to reboot the computer, I don't know if Christian, you could, we could maybe play the movie a bit further on, and we could move on.
Yes, I seem, oh, that is the worst case. I'm so sorry for it. My whole PowerPoint presentation just now kind of stopped a little bit.
Okay.
I tried to move on here.
So if you could switch over, if you could stop sharing the screen. Voila. Let me try to put the PowerPoint presentation on. Boom. I don't know. Joke.
So that's happened when it's live. Again, everyone, apologies from my side. So we are using, I know, let's skip the video. I share a link with you guys later on.
We could always, yeah, put it back on after. Okay.
If we can just go to the next slide. All right.
Could you see the screen, Christian? Yes.
I can see your screen.
Okay.
Use your screen. Shall we do
That's
that?
Let's go.
Wow. Okay. Culinary Arts Academy Switzerland. As most of you may know, we have two campuses within Switzerland. Our main campus in Le Bouveret at the Lake Geneva. This is where Chef Darren is being located and will teach the program. This is where Alain is. And we have a second, somewhat smaller campus, our chocolate and pastry campus in the middle of Switzerland in Lucerne. Let's have a look at the next slide. Another very unique fact of the Swiss of the Culinary Arts Academy, we are sharing a campus, both campuses in Bouveret and Lucerne, with our sister hospitality management school, the Caesar Ritz colleges. That makes a very unique atmosphere for our students, because they're not only surrounded by other culinary students, they're also surrounded by students from all over the world who study hospitality management, and they will interact with them, get to know them, and yeah, we'll learn from each other throughout the curriculum, through events, classes. So a very unique atmosphere sharing the campus. Sharing the campus in Bouveret, our main campus, our main culinary training center, which we call a Vegetarisk building. That was kind of the first recorded attempt to collect knowledge about culinary arts and food and pass that knowledge on, informed to a recipe. And this is exactly what we do in this building. We teach our students about culinary arts, about food preparation. And as we go through the building, with the next slides, you will see our state-of-the-art training facilities. This is a custom-built building and training facilities. We just opened it a year ago, and we see all those training kitchens, which are designed to our curriculum. And we see on the next slide how the kitchens look different. And we designed it to our standard class size of 12 students per class. And as you see, different facilities, different kitchens. Here you can see our food development lab. And in the next slide, we see the highlight of this building, the ultimate chef's table, one of our fine dining training kitchens. And that fine dining training kitchen is an open space concept where students will have the chance to combine different cooking techniques right in front of the guests. So they also will learn social skills by interacting with the guests in a state-of-the-art fine dining training environment. We have different features here as well. We have a small cabinet where we grow our own microherbs, for example. We have a smoker grill in there as well, and different features, which makes it really a great place to study and also to learn and practice vegetarian and plant-based cuisine. In the next slide, we see, well, a sky bar, a cocktail bar. We use that as training facilities for our students to combine, well, to learn about the combination of different beverages with different dishes. Again, all in our state-of-the-art training center. As Culinary Arts Academy, we are very, very proud to have a unique partnership with one of the best chefs in the world, with Chef Anton Mosimann. Chef Anton Mosimann, a lot of people don't know who he is. He is a celebrity chef. I always call him a culinary icon. He is a great Swiss chef who had a fantastic career over the last 50 years. He cooked himself around the world. He was very influential in the UK. He cooked for celebrities, for politicians, for US presidents and British prime ministers, and he even became caterer to the royal family in the UK. He cooked for the Queen of England and her family at different occasions. And Chef Mosimann, well, he has won over 50 gold medals in different competitions throughout his career. And all those things are on display in the Mosimann collection, which is a small culinary heritage center dedicated to the life and work of Chef Mosimann. But the main thing is for our students, for you, when you come and join us in Bouveret, that is a study and research area. We have hundreds and hundreds of different cooking books, culinary books, recipe books. We have menu cards from Chef Mosimann, and you can use that space for your own research and to develop your own creativity. And Chef Mosimann is very often on campus, and he serves as an advisor to our school and as a mentor to our students. Let's have a look at the next slide. On campus experience. You see the campus is on the left side, that is Lucerne. The middle and on the right side, that's the campus in the Bouveret. And the next slide will show us what I mean. On-campus experience, a unique point, what we are offering when you study with us at the Culinary Arts Academy. The on-campus experience, that means the residencies, the dorms, the places where our students stay are right on campus at the same building where you have the training facilities. That means you don't need to commute to and from the school every morning, every evening. You will live right on the campus. All your meals you will have right on the campus in our different restaurants, being it a self-service buffet style restaurant or being it a fine dining restaurant. That means we provide that complete on-campus experience for our students. So you are able to focus on your studies and to be successful. We even have our own mini mart, as you can see in the picture in the middle on the bottom, on campus. So in the middle of the night, you want to pick up a drink, a snack, or even a Starbucks coffee, you can do so 24/7, 365 days a year. Before I pass on the virtual microphone to my colleague Alain, I have one more slide, one more fun fact. Let's see the fun fact. Did you know all the protein which we get when we eat a steak, when we eat a hamburger, do you know where it came from? It all came from plants. It all came from plants that the animals consume. And in fact, all protein which we are taking to us originates from plants. And yeah, it must be true, because look at some of the largest animals in this world: elephants, rhinos, horses, gorillas. They are vegetarians. But look at the strength, at the huge amount of muscles they are maintaining. They get all those from plants by a purely vegetarian diet. If you want to know more about that, and if you want to learn more fun facts and maybe see some more celebrity vegetarians, I recommend the movie on the left side, The Game Changers. It used to be in cinemas. Now it's on Netflix globally. So after this webinar, go on Netflix, watch The Game Changers to get more facts about vegetarian culinary cuisine. I, again, apologize for the technical mishap earlier on, but I pass on the torch now to my colleague, Alain Müller, Program Manager at Culinary Arts Academy. Alain, over to you.
Well, thank you, Christian. Yes. Now, let's talk to you about how we prepare you, how we get you prepared for the future. But before I go on to how we will get you ready for the future, let's try to do a little poll. Christian, could you launch the poll for me? And the poll is any one of you following a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet? And let's wait and see. So the now should be a no, or we've got, okay, we're at 70%. And yeah, we've got 42% are following a vegetarian diet. So that's great. That's great. I'm happy to see the result here. Yeah, the 40% or 42% that are actually sharing a diet. Let me explain you how you could actually come to the Culinary Arts Academy and get prepared for the future. So we're going to learn about what we have developed here as a culinary and plant-based diet. So let's move on straight to how is our program structured. Now we have basically two terms, which both represent 11 weeks. Between these two terms, we break them up, or there's a little break, about 2 weeks of break between these two 11-week blocks. And the first block is actually to get you ready to obtain your diploma in vegetarian culinary arts. We have two practical modules, which are the essential of vegetarian cooking and the essentials of vegan pastry and desserts. And then we've got 4 little modules, which are theoretical modules. I'll explain you a little bit more the breakdown, but nutrition health for vegetarian diets 1, food, hygiene, sanitation, which is extremely important at any time that you're working within a kitchen environment, how to develop your menus, recipe, and what's happening in the culinary industry from a vegetarian, vegan point of view, or plant-based diets. So this is to give you a bit of this theoretical knowledge around all these topics. If we go on the term 2, this is a step higher from what you have acquired in the term 1. And here we're talking about our second 11-week block to get your diploma in vegetarian culinary arts. And this is gourmet vegetarian cuisine. So here again, we have 2 little modules which are practical: gourmet vegetarian cuisine and vegan dessert creation. The professional chef, that will be 5 modules of theoretical courses. So we follow up from nutrition, health for vegetarian diet 1 with the second part of the course. Kitchen management, because being a chef is also managing your kitchen. So you have to have some knowledge about managing your team, the food, the cost, etc. So that's important. Wine, beverage, cocktail creation with all good food. Well, the drinks are very important. It doesn't always have to be alcoholic drinks, but I think we will also emphasize on various creation of juices and various mocktails, etc. Service etiquette, that will be the service side of the course. So you'll learn the basic types of service, and chef leadership skills, which complements the kitchen management. So these are the courses and the different modules we're actually going through within this program. So over 22 weeks, let's break it up a little bit to illustrate the practical side and the hours that this includes. So the first term is broken up in the culinary aspect, essentials of vegetarian cooking, with the 4 practical modules of 4 hours. So per week, you would have 16 hours of practical classes. And this is over 11 weeks. And 1 time 4 hours of vegan pastry and desserts. So here we've got our pastry chef, which I'll introduce a little bit later on, which spends 4 hours a week with you working on the different pastry products. Obviously, when you think about pastry, we have many products such as cream, such as eggs. Well, he's going to introduce to the students the alternative for all these, if you want, animal products from a vegan perspective, and different products to give you different textures, to give you different results in the preparation of your dishes. And then what we call the chef toolkit is always a 5-hour a week block of theoretical courses. So that's your term 1. Your term 2, well, we again like the term 1, but we're working at a higher scale. Like Christian said, we will be applying the practice in our various kitchens. Christian didn't mention, but we have roughly 15 kitchens here on campus, which we use with our students, yes? And for there, I mean, the students throughout the different practical modules will have the chance to work in various different of our training kitchens. We saw the kitchen, which is our hashtag kitchen. Well, this is the one where we have our gourmet, or part of the gourmet classes, but obviously the other kitchens are very important. We've got pastry kitchens for our pastry modules. So we see again, the breakdown is, like I said, very similar to the term 1, 4 times 4 hours a week, totaling of 16 hours, practical around gourmet cuisine, vegan dessert creation, 4 hours a week, and our chef's toolkit will be a total of 5 hours theoretical a week courses. Which awards will you earn in the end? Well, after term 1, if you decide to stop after your 11-week block, well, you get or you receive a certificate in vegetarian culinary arts. And if you go on and do the full module, well, you will get your diploma in vegetarian arts, or culinary arts, sorry, after a total of 22 weeks. So these are the two awards you get. Who is this course aimed at? Well, it's aimed at very different types of people, different profiles, students just wanting to employ or explore and learn about different plant-based cooking and techniques. The young professional that maybe wants to further develop their knowledge, their culinary skills around the philosophy and the different plant-based diets. And maybe the chefs which have already a culinary experience and that just want to be a bit different. I mean, when I look, being a traditional chef and having worked in the industry, it was often the case, and Christian said it very well in his questions at the beginning, yeah? Many chefs or many meals are not suited or don't have this charisma for vegetarian diets. And I think that's a great opportunity for a chef to really learn about these diets. I would say a big percentage of the chefs tend to remove the meat away from the vegetarian dish, or and just add a little more starch and a little more vegetable. But it's a lot more than just doing that. I mean, you could be very creative. There's so much possibilities to develop great vegetarian food. And I must say, one of the best meals I had in my life was actually a vegetarian, at a vegetarian restaurant, and a complete vegan dish. It's also aimed at people that want to develop their business and want to start a culinary career, or eventually open up their restaurant with a vegan restaurant or vegan or vegetarian food. So that's a bit the people we are aiming at. Some entry requirements. So after finishing high school, well, then you could qualify to enter the program. Or if you have an IELTS score of 5.5 in English, or the equivalent of the TOEFL 55, well, you are eligible to enter the program. As it's all given in English, it's normal that you need a minimum English requirement. And then we recommend the minimum age is 18. That's for if you choose, or if they're working internships which come in the future. Let me present our brigade. Here is most of our chef instructors in the school. As you see, there are many different nationalities. We've got Italian chefs, we've got French, African chefs, we've got Mexican chef as well, and obviously a few Swiss chefs. So it's very diversified brigade, and we have 2 more chefs which just added themselves to our team. So it's a great team, young, with a lot of knowledge and ready to share their experience with you guys. Rando, he's actually one of our graduates, which graduated from our normal culinary program, I would say about 5-6 years back. He actually had his catering business. He had his own business, and he actually started with us about 1.5 years ago. We hired him, and throughout his career, he was, basically following a meat diet. And now he has turned towards the vegetarian diet, and he is really promoting this vegetarian diet. And both him and Darren are the chefs, which will teach the culinary part of the program within the term 1 and 2. And then our next chef, well, he's with us today, so I leave him to present himself.
Perfect. Thanks, Alan. So as I introduced myself before, I'm Darren Burke. So I've been working here at Vegetarisk Culinary Academy for a year now, coming on for a year. Before that, I ran my own restaurant, gastronomic restaurant in the Swiss Alps for 4 years. And then I sold that last year. Prior to that, I was working for Richard Branson, who's the CEO of Virgin. And I had cooking gastronomic, at a high gastronomic level for such people as a wide variety of people. So Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Shakira, members of the royal family, from the UK royal family. Then before that, I was working in several Michelin star restaurants in the UK, and I learned for 5 years with an Italian chef in the UK. So my food, as I said, I worked in Morocco a bit, I've been to India, now in Switzerland, Italian inspired, and as you can tell by my accent, I'm British. So my food has quite a mix. For me, it's really exciting to teach the vegetarian program, and it's something I wanted to get involved with as soon as I heard it was being implemented. You know, I've always tried to focus on sustainability, cooking the seasons, using products at their best, and I think that goes hand in hand with vegetarian cooking. Looking at sustainability, I think it's, you know, becoming more and more relevant that people should be considering a vegetarian or plant-based diet, especially in our current climate now. I think, as Alan put it earlier, you know, the attitude of chefs in the past has been to look at vegetarian food as just traditional food with the meat taken away, whereas it can be so much more than that. It can be so much more creative. And lucky enough to be in this school and the facilities we have here, it's really limitless, the possibilities, the dishes that we can do here. You know, I've worked in kitchens all over the world, and I remember my first day walking around the Apicius building, and it was a real eye-opener. The equipment here is incredible. It's all state-of-the-art, immaculate. You want for nothing as a chef, and I can say that honestly after 17 years in the industry. I've never worked in a kitchen quite like this. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to everything we can do, and it's a great environment, and it's, you know, there's a lot to learn, but also there's a lot that can contribute as well. That's one of the beauties of it being an international school, is we're all learning together as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun going forward.
Great. Thank you very much, Darren, for sharing a little bit of your experience. And I'm sure you'll have the chance when we start in summer to share even more with our future students. Yeah?
For sure. Definitely. With pleasure.
Okay, let's move on. We also have our serious chef here. I mean, he's got the serious look, but he's often, and I would say more often than being serious, he's smiling, and he's our pastry chef. He's got an incredible background as well. He was actually a chocolate expert. He worked in many of the top boutiques, and he is also an experienced chef for the education side, because here in Switzerland, he used to supervise the Swiss apprenticeship chocolate exams. So he's got a very extended background, and you'll have the chance to take on the vegan pastry and dessert classes with him. So our team for this vegetarian program, you see, very young, very dynamic, and just superb and lots of fun. So master classes and our guest chef. I think, Christian, would you like to run us through the different classes and the different?
Yes, I would like to. Let's stay on your presentation, and
okay.
I would like to talk about that. First of all, I want to say thank you, Alan, for introducing the program to us, telling us what students will learn about that program. Thank you, Chef Darren, for introducing yourself and giving us a little bit of insight. You will stay with us later on at the end, question and answer session. We can answer it together. For now, thank you very much. Let's have a look. Masterclasses, guest chefs on top of the curriculum and the courses Alan just shared with us. We will have masterclasses, we will have guest chefs, we will have industry experts inviting over to the campus to giving us, our students, an extra educational experience. And let's have a look who's all scheduled to come for the vegetarian diploma. On the next slide. Well, Mr. Daniel Fry, co-founder and CEO of Tibit. Tibit, for all of you who don't know that, Tibit is a fast casual vegetarian self-service restaurant chain. A young Swiss company founded by Daniel and actually his brothers, his two brothers. And they are now expanding. They're having restaurants in Switzerland. They have 2 restaurants in London. And they have already a restaurant in Germany, and they are set to grow. It's a very interesting concept, and Tibit is in fact one of our special industry partners for the diploma in vegetarian culinary arts, and we're very proud to have such a company with us. So Daniel will come over as a guest speaker. He will send some of his chefs over as well throughout the terms, throughout the programs, and they will share their experience with our students. Let's see, who else is a guest speaker? Pedro Lehmann, a fantastic chef, Swiss-born chef, running his own restaurant now in Italy, Gioia. And Pedro Lehmann with Gioia was the first chef in Europe receiving a Michelin star for a vegetarian restaurant. And believe it or not, that was back in 1996. So even back then, but then it was new. It was really, he was a trendsetter with his restaurant, with his style of cooking. He has an intensive knowledge of Italian and European cuisine. He has an Asian background due to his work in China, in Japan as well. And well, in order to make a difference, he decided to follow the motto, we are what we eat. And he tries to use, well, also the spiritual power of food to create a harmony of taste while respecting nature and the cycle of nature. So he came up with that vegetarian concept, with that very successful restaurants. And we're very proud to have Chef Lehmann with us as a guest speaker, being on campus, telling our students what it means to be a Michelin star vegetarian chef. Let's see, who else is over on campus? Great guy, Matthew Downs. Matthew is, if I'm not wrong, is Irish. Alan, can you not? Yeah, Matthew is an Irish chef. He is currently working as a development chef at MAN. MAN is another industry partner of the Culinary Arts Academy in Switzerland. They develop flavors, they develop scents globally, also for the food service industry. And Matthew works there as a development chef. But that is not all. Matthew also founded Vegan Chef Consulting, a consulting agency giving advice to chefs, to businesses, to restaurants, to companies about vegan lifestyle, vegan diets, vegan cooking. He worked as chef, production chef, corporate chef, personal chef in the US, in the UK. He was executive chef at Evergreens Organics in Doha, in Qatar. That was at that time the first and only vegetarian, no vegan restaurant in Qatar. He opened it. So he has an extensive experience about vegan diets, vegan lifestyle. He adopted it himself a couple of years ago, and he made great experience about changing his lifestyle. And this experience he will share with you on campus as a guest speaker. I believe we have one more, Miss Min Young Kim. Fantastic, lovely lady, founder of Terra Soya. Terra Soya is a small small company. She runs that on the other side of the lake, on and about the middle between Lausanne and Geneva. And Terra Soya produces fresh tofu using organic soybeans, which are being grown on the farm next door in the same village. So her philosophy is revolves around the link between farmers, local producers and processors, and well, local customers, and to bring that community together through food and through her special product, a fresh tofu using organic soybeans. And she actually tries to promote the local production and the local processing of soybeans, and then of course the distribution of those products to the nearest customers. So very localized, giving back to the society, linked to the community, sustainability, all those are topics of her work, of her lifestyle. She will come over to the program and be a guest speaker and shares that experience with our students. Those are guest speakers we have over. What is a part of the Culinary Arts Academy as well is our Distinguished Chef series. That series sees celebrity chefs, chefs who are specialized in certain aspects of the culinary arts. It sees them come over to the campus doing workshops with our students, sharing their inspiration, sharing their knowledge with our students in workshops and also in fine dining events. And if you see here on that slide, it started off actually with a famous Russian chef, Chef Vladimir Mukin. He runs his own restaurant in Russia. It's called White Rabbit. It was voted number 13 on the world's 50 best restaurants in 2019. He was over on campus, shared with us his take on modern Russian cuisine. He was featured on Netflix as well. You see, I'm making a little bit promotion for Netflix today. Netflix Chef's Table, season 3, episode 2. That's about him, and he was at the school. Chef Toshio Tanahashi, we will share the link with you on YouTube. You can watch that video. So throughout the year, throughout the terms, we will have several guest chefs over to also have an additional experience for our students as part also of the programs. And if you can go 2 slides further and one more. Next, yeah, academic partnerships and professional partnerships. Academic partnerships, as you can see, we have our quality control in order. We are a member of certain associations. They make sure that it is all according to the guidelines what we are teaching here. We are very proud as Culinary Arts Academy to be one of the few schools in the world to receive recognition of quality culinary education by the World Association of Chef Societies, or in short, World Chefs. Who is World Chefs? World Chefs is the global society from all national chefs associations. So the Swedish Chef Association, the British Chef Association, all chef associations from all countries all over the world, they are linked together at World Chefs. And World Chefs, as one of the highest industry bodies in the culinary field, assesses schools and curriculum and programs, and very rarely gives out the recognition of quality culinary education. We are among those few selected schools in the world. We are very proud to have that partnerships. They have a great sustainability program as well, which we will share with our students throughout the program. So that is on the academic side. Professional partnerships, as I said, we can see here Tibits, our dedicated industry partner for the vegetarian diploma, or the diploma in vegetarian culinary arts. You can see the 3 founders, the 3 brothers. It's a young, it's a hip restaurant. It's a self-service buffet style. Every day in every restaurant, they serve over 40 vegetarian or vegan dishes, and people can just go there, choose what they want to eat, combine. Everything is being freshly prepared in every restaurant, and it's great to have them as a partner to share that experience with us, to give our students the opportunity to go and see the restaurants, talk to the executives, talk to the chefs, learn about the business plan as well, learn about setting up such a restaurant, and of course talking to the chefs as well. There was already a question, and I think the next slide will show that to us. Internship experience. Yes, we provide internship experience, as you have seen in the curriculum. The Diploma in Vegetarian Culinary Arts consists of 2 study terms, 2 times 11 weeks, studying with us at the school, being with Chef Darren and his team in the training kitchen. After those 2 terms, you have the option to do an internship. And internships are 4 to 6 months practical experience. Go out in the industry, be in a vegetarian restaurant, be in a restaurant which has a huge set or part of vegetarian or vegan menu on the card, and get practical experience. Learn how to work in a professional kitchen, learn how to work in a hotel who maybe is specialized in sustainability and vegetarian lifestyle, and get that practical experience. Again, our industry partner Tibits is offering our students with internship opportunities, but our career counselors at the schools are already in contact with properties in Switzerland, in Germany, in Italy, UK, Sweden, and much more to come in the future, to provide you with opportunities to get you in contact with industry partners to help you find suitable, perfect fit places for an internship. And we can see that at the next slide. The Culinary Arts Academy is part of the Swiss Education Group, the largest private hospitality educator in Switzerland, with a total of 5 schools. Benefit of being part of the Swiss Education Group for our students, we have a strategic partnership with HOSCO. HOSCO is one of the biggest hospitality networks in the world, with currently over 600,000 members from all over the hospitality, the culinary industry. And our students, so also the students from the Culinary Arts Academy, have dedicated access to that network. And with the help of our career counselors, you can get in touch with industry partners, with potential employers, with recruiters for internships, and you can start building your own network as well. So that is a huge benefit what we provide as the Swiss Education Group to our students. The next slides still say the same. If you flip onto the next slide, you will see just a selection of industry partners, and we even have another slide with selection of industry partners. This is how we are globally connected as a group to the industry, and we pass on that connection to our students and provide opportunities and very, very strong support in finding internships, in finding careers, in helping planning future career paths. That is a lot of talking which we did. That is a lot of information which we shared. I, from my side, again, want to say thank you very much. And I think we can open it up to a question and answer session. Maybe we stop sharing the screen. You can see Alain. You can see myself. You see probably the 2 cameras from our recruitment team on the chat. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Alain, for sharing this information. And we want to open it up, Q&A, question and answer. As we said at the beginning, feel free, type it in the Q&A box, type it in the chat. If you have any questions, I try to answer myself, or if it's directly to Alain or to Darren, we will ask that. First question to both of you, Darren, Alain. Will there be exams after each term, and how do they look like?
So, yep, that's a very good question. Yes, like in any school, we have exams. We'll have different practical exams. In term 1, it's more, the course is getting the student familiar with different techniques, but also the different products which are suitable for vegetarian and even vegan desserts. So as the students learn these techniques, they learn the products, well, there will be certain identification questions, so ID exams, and certain practical questions, if you want, exams where they have to prepare certain dishes or using certain techniques. So that's on the practical side. For the vegan pastry, again, they will have to prepare certain vegan desserts following the techniques and the method that the teacher or the instructor showed. And then for theoretical exams, we don't really have exams as per se. It's more project based. As we're looking at 5 hours a week, we're looking at different modules, 4 to 5 modules. So 4 modules in the first term and 5 modules in the second term. These modules are project based. That means students will have either presentations, projects to submit at the end of the 11 weeks. We, from a practical side, we also, like in all our practical classes, we have ongoing evaluations, practical evaluations on their performance. So like this, we share feedback 3 times throughout the 11 weeks so the students can improve their skills and yeah, the way they work in the kitchen.
Very well. Darren, anything to add on? Are you scared? Are you a scary teacher? Do I need to visit the exams? How do exams look like usually?
No, I mean, you know, we have the 2 criteria. We have an ongoing evaluation, so that's really seeing how you're progressing through the course, so how you're organizing your workstation, how you're preparing your knife skills, your understanding of the course, for example. But I would really say the emphasis is on bringing everyone along to have a good understanding. It's not about setting an exam and a pass or fail. So you have an ongoing evaluation and we keep you up to date with your progress. We identify strengths and weaknesses and we try to tackle that throughout the 11 weeks. So that would be the ongoing evaluation. And then normally we'll have a station where you're examined again. And that is yeah, an evaluation from the chef instructor. But it's not scary. You know, we put a certain amount of pressure on because we are trying to get you prepared for the industry. So we want you to understand and to feel confident in when you leave the course. But at the same time, we're really there to support you and help you through your studies and make sure that you leave confident with a good understanding and the correct toolkit to progress with your chosen career.
All right, thank you, Darren. That is a great answer from both of you. Yes, we are there to support you, Culinary Arts Academy, your recipe to success, and this is what the whole team at the school does. We not wait until the end of the term and then let you fail. We support you throughout the term, and I think the both chefs explained it very well. There is another question. I can't answer that. I will just read it. Is it possible to go as a vegan? If I'm a vegan, can I join their programs and can I not work with animal products in any form, or is it mandatory to use dairy or egg products in the vegetarian classes?
So another good question. Obviously, the program is a vegetarian program. We've got a very big input on, I think the dessert pastry will be 100% using vegan products. Now, we will talk about vegetarian diets. On a practical side, students will not be forced to use, how do we say, maybe animal, if we talk about cream or something. We've got different types of vegetarian diets, but we will focus more on the actual products. If we talk about the grain, the pulses, the vegetables, the fruits, the nuts, and we will focus mainly on these within our vegetarian culinary program. So that means I think a student which will enter the program will have the possibility to learn about products which could be substituted to animal products, and therefore it would be possible to come in as a complete vegan.
All right, so thank you very much for that answer. Next question, interesting question. would you recommend to take this course, or would you recommend another culinary course if you're coming right after high school? Or is it better to take a business course first for a certain time and then coming to a culinary school? So I'm a high school student. What do you recommend?
Yeah, and it depends. It depends what you want. I would say if you want to follow a culinary career, there are different tracks. We offer different programs at the school. Yeah, we've got a Swiss Grand Diploma, which is 9 months plus an internship, which is focused on culinary, but here we're talking about animal products. And then we've got a BA, which is a 3.5 or a 3-year program, which you finish off with a BA degree. Now, these will touch vegetarian preparations, but they are not, by all means, vegetarian programs. Then we have this 6-month program, which is purely based on the vegetarian diets. Now, if you want to eventually open up a vegetarian restaurant, or you want to brush up your vegetarian skills, ideal. If you want to open up a restaurant and manage a restaurant, well, you'll need probably supplement business skills. But I would start already with the practice and a program like this, and then, I mean, business skills, management skills, you could always take through on the future studies. Okay,
thank you for that answer. I hope that was okay. There's another question. As a vegan entering the culinary world, my biggest concern is that I have to eat meat and animal products during my degree process. So hence that would break my lifestyle. Is it possible for me to still be vegan and obtain a culinary degree? That is a little bit the same question which we had earlier.
Yeah, it's very similar. Like I said before, everything's possible. We've got vegan food at the school. I mean, a student could eat every day with vegan food. In the program, yes, we will touch vegan diets, and pastry is 100% vegan. So it comes up to a little bit what I said before. No?
All right. There are more questions coming in. I passed that to the both of you. I think the both of you have an interesting comment on that. It's lovely to see that. I'm 51 years old. Am I too old to start a new career in culinary arts, in the culinary world?
You know, it's never too old to take on a passion. We had a lovely Brazilian lady, which I can't remember the age, but she was, at least over 50. I would say over 55. And she actually was a doctor and was passionate about preparing food. And she joined us for 1 term just to fulfill her passion. She wrote to me the other day, and it was quite interesting because all the techniques, what she has learned in school, she applies when she cooks at home or for friends. And she's even probably thinking of coming back for another term. So again, our programs are open to all. I think if you have a passion for food, you want to learn, it's ideal. It's ideal. Darren, I don't know what your take on it.
No, exactly. The same. I had a student who was 52, not last term, but the term before, Peter Arthur from Barbados. That's and right. He was brilliant. Yeah, he had really no experience. He loved food, but he needed to learn knife skills and really all the basics. And he did term 1, completed it, and really got a lot out of it. And it was a great student. It was a pleasure to have him in the class as well. I think it's, you know, for me as a chef, if people are interested, that's 50% of my job already done. You know, if you're interested in it and you've got a passion for it, then, you know, we can help you and show you the skills and give you the information. But I don't think age is too much of it. Is not really an issue at all. The willingness to learn is what we need. Is all you need, in my opinion.
All right, great answer. So it's never too late. You're never too old. I think that's also a bit the beauty of the culinary arts. If you have passion, if you have an idea, if you really want to do it, you always have lots of opportunities to do so. So that is for that answer. There's another question, very interesting. There is a student who would like to be a dietitian, but he's asking, how will a course in culinary arts complement? Will that actually complement, or should that student really choose a dietitian course?
So I share a little experience I had when I started off in the industry. I was actually still at school, working on a summer job, and I was working in a hospital. Hospital environment, I had on top of me a dietitian, which was managing the kitchen. Now, it was very technical. You had to have so many calories, so many vitamins, etc., nutrients, etc., and you had to prepare recipes in a very specific way. For me, it was a complete turnoff because there was no passion, no love. And this dietitian, although they had university studies, etc., were actually missing the whole concept of food preparation and the passion and the love for food. So I think, yes, it could definitely complement. I would either before or after, even 1 term, 2 terms in the culinary arts will give you an understanding of this passion, this understanding for food, which from a dietitian point of view is not always accepted or understood. And I think that would be a great compliment if really you want to be a dietitian. Well, you'll have an understanding of the whole method, the whole surroundings around the preparation of food, which is important in my view.
Darren, do you have any recommendation for a student like that?
I would say, if you're looking to become a dietitian, the more knowledge you have, the better. If you've got more of a knowledge of products and what you can do with them, and a better understanding, that's only going to add to your experience and your toolkit. I definitely think it would be a compliment if that's what you were planning to go into.
All right, so thanks for that. That's a good feedback. There's another question, and maybe I read the question, then I answer, and then maybe one of you has something to add on. During the presentation, Alain, you mentioned who is it for? Well, one of the profiles for this course was people who are interested in starting a business, maybe in the vegetarian cuisine, for example. So one of our guests is asking, do you have any guidance programs or incubation programs for such initiatives, or where we teach people to be an entrepreneur? As I said, the Culinary Arts Academy is sharing a campus with our sister school, Cesar Ritz Colleges. And at Cesar Ritz Colleges, we have programs, for example, also a master program for entrepreneurship in the global hospitality and culinary industry. So programs in the vegetarian program itself, we don't cover that aspect with a separate module. But at sister schools of ours, we have certain programs in place about business plans, about leadership, about the entrepreneurial spirit. So we have those offers available at our sister schools. Alain, maybe you have a more.
I think just a take on that would be, for example, our BA program really pushes culinary from A to Z, with the entrepreneurship component finishing off with a BA, leading to a master, which you could pursue in entrepreneurship. Obviously, the vegetarian program could be a beautiful complement to that program. Therefore, you have the culinary background, you focus on doing the vegetarian for 22 weeks, and then you could go on to a master in entrepreneurship. and really have a full understanding of the culinary field. And after, I mean, the business is yours, or you open up your own business and you take it the direction you want. But I mean, like I tell our students, even though you study another program, it could always be, these 22 weeks could always be a complement to what you have studied so far.
All right, thank you very much for that. We answered all questions which I saw. We answered questions from the chat. I would like to thank you again, Alain, Chef Darren, for being with us, for sharing that information with everyone to introduce that program. I just posted my email address on the chat, visible to everyone. If you have any questions to the chefs about the program, about the school, about studying in Switzerland, feel free to send me an email. I will provide you with the information, I will provide you with the answers, or I will direct you to people who can answer it. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Again, I would like to thank everyone joining us today. I hope it was interesting. I hope you learned a little bit, fun facts. And yeah, it would be great to see you all very soon with us in Switzerland on campus. And if you are there, you see Chef Darren, have a look if he's wearing the kilt and if he's wearing it traditional way or any other way. Thank you, everyone. That is from our side. Thank you, chefs. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. It was great.
Thank you to all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.